Hello, my name is Camila Lemere, and welcome back to another episode of Weird Story of the Day. We go around and ask people for a weird story of the day, and they give back by telling a funny weird story of the day. With me, Camila, and Cathryn, to Weird Story of the Day. Yeah. Okay, we already filmed a good portion of this video, but with Kathryn and Norris here, our co-host, but then I realized that the entire time my microphone was off, so we need to film the entire thing again, but Kathryn is gone now.
What do you get when you fall in love? A guy with a pin to thirst your love.
So basically, Sully is our first guest, and he has a special treat because he's going to take us on an expedition. So this is a Weird Story of the Day field trip. So here we go. It's raining too, so hopefully we don't die.
I have an umbrella.
All I know about this story is that it involves Sully being harassed.
Yes.
So
yes, this is very exciting. Perfect weather for such a story. I'm very excited today because this is Weird Story of the Day's very first field trip. I am so honored to be able to be a part of this. It's gonna be very exciting, folks. All right, everyone. So the goal of today's expedition is that white fence up there. And to get there, we'll first have to go up these stairs, around a bunch of slippery plants, over mud, and through treacherous, spiky weeds. Okay? Okay. And then we will reach our destination. So let's go. Luckily today Camila's wearing her boots.
Oh yeah, got them boots on.
And I got my umbrella and my jacket. We're all set for our expedition. Don't try this at home, by the way.
Also, Sully and I have been planning to film this for like 2 weeks, so it's about time.
The rain has changed this landscape quite a bit since my harassment.
Okay.
All these plants were not here because the drought had killed everything. I've been coming here ever since. Every so often when I feel like I need some quiet time for a nice little hike. You know, after I've had a big test or something. Oh, watch out. It gets very treacherous. Oh, spiky plants. Oh, just follow me. Ooh, ooh. Now comes the hardest part of our trip. This steep incline. Oh boy, what a rewarding view. You see?
I can't even see anything.
Everything has a bright side. You can watch the entire soccer game from up here. Look at this. Look at this place. You see the soccer game? Zoom in on the soccer game a little bit. Look, all of Santa Barbara right here, spread out like a carpet at our feet. Simply gorgeous. So now begins the story of my harassment. Okay. A little backstory for the viewers. Okay. You see, here in Hope Ranch, there's this thing called the Laguna Blanca Trail. And it's public property, so everyone can use it, and people have been using it for 50 years. Now, 3 months ago, a nasty old man decided that he could put a fence right across it where it went near his property. So a whole campaign was started called Save the Laguna Blanca Trail. I did not know, I was completely unaware of how politically charged this issue really was. 3 months ago, I came up here, you know, just to chill. And yeah, you know. A Save the Trail sign right there at the end of that fence, lying on its side. And I was picking up some trash along the way because it's such a beautiful place spoiled by trash, and I thought, you know, I'm just gonna be a courteous citizen, and I'm just gonna pick up the sign and put it back in the ground because it was right here. Yeah, right here. This is my harassment, the very spot upon which I was harassed. So this is it. With my back towards the road. I lean down with my back towards the road. Okay? Okay. To pick up this sad little sign, it must have blown over in the wind. So I'm in a completely vulnerable position, as you can see. Like this, completely oblivious of anything happening behind me. So I'm picking up the sign, and as I'm putting it back in the ground, I hear this, like right behind me, I hear, "Hey!" I literally almost jumped out of my skin. I dropped the sign like this, and there's this guy right here with one leg off of his bike, and he has this nasty evil look in his eye. He's like maybe over 60, this older guy, and he says, "What do you think you're doing?" And I didn't know, I was so scared. I said, "Oh, I'm just picking up this sign. I mean, it fell over and he said, "Oh, likely story. I know what you're doing." And I was, no, really, I'm just picking this up. And he said, "You know what you're doing is illegal. This is public property. You're desecrating public property." And he started getting closer and closer to me. And I was pressed up against the fence and I didn't know what to do. And I was really, really scared. And I said, "No, really, I think it blew over in the wind. I'm just picking it up. It's not mine." And then he said, "You can tell that to the judge. I'm calling the police right now." And he took out his phone.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he took out his phone and he started to, and I'm like, "No, please, this isn't mine." And I'm all by myself, no help. I don't have a cell phone. I'm completely stranded. Meanwhile, someone was biking with him and she's like down the road, like staring at us like this. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm being harassed. And then and he's like, "What's your name? What is it? What is your name?" And I'm like,
okay, wait, are you like exaggerating?
No, this guy had like this really creepy, loud voice.
It's so aggressive.
And he was like in my face by this point, like he's right here in my face. And I said, and at this point I was like, "Oh my God, this guy's crazy." So I said, "I'm not telling you my name." And I started to inch back towards the way to get back to Laguna. And he said, You have to tell me your name. I must report you to the authorities." And I started backing away really fast. And he said, "I'm just gonna take pictures." And he took out his phone camera and he starts taking pictures in my face. And I had to go like this and he started right in my face. So I'm like, "Okay, I'm leaving, bye." And then you know what he did? This is where it got creepy. This is where it became harassment, because he said, "I'm gonna follow you home. I'm gonna follow you right into your doorstep. I'm gonna follow you all the way home. You're gonna be reported to the authorities." And so I start really quickly running away, and he followed me. He followed me all the way up to that fence, and then I turned off into the dirt to go down the hill because I was so scared. And he shouted at me because he was on his bike, so he couldn't follow me down the hill. And I was so freaked out, and I could still hear him going, "I'm gonna call the police. You're gonna go to prison. You're gonna go to jail. What you're doing is so illegal." And I was dressed nicely too. It wasn't, you know, I don't look like some creepy hobo guy. No, I was wearing a nice sweater with a collared shirt. So ever since then, I've been kind of afraid to come here because I don't know if I'm gonna be harassed again. And that's the story.
Let's go find our second subject.
First, we have to get back down this hill.
Yeah, first
Let us appreciate this view.
Okay.
Yeah, another important detail, I don't know if you guys caught this, but he said, "You're on public property." So I don't know if he was familiar with the laws, but I'm pretty sure I'm allowed to walk on public property. As it turns out,
You're on public property.
As it turns out, it wasn't public property. It was Laguna-owned property. So technically, I was harassed at my own school. All right, folks, this concludes Weird Story of the Day's very first field trip.
There are times where people think that they can follow me around and then that will make a difference. So I was stalked by a family that wanted to get in here.
To Laguna?
Mm-hmm. And so they walked to my office, they walked to my car, they left a note on my car, and they said, "What can we do?" Nothing.
Okay, so back at Crane.
That was our middle school.
Yeah, our middle school.
And Clay's elementary school.
Yes. We used to have these giant tag games that I was kind of unofficially in charge of. And
they were really dorky.
They were like 40 people like playing.
Insane.
We technically weren't allowed to run in the halls, you know, or anything like that, but we did anyway because we were rebellious. And so one day I was chasing this kid.
Do you know who you were chasing?
No, I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
It was 2 grades lower than us or something.
Okay.
And so basically what happened is that I was chasing this kid through this crowded hallway, and it was one of those hallways that was kind of like a T. So there was a hallway and then some stairs, right? And so the head of the lower school was walking like this, and I was chasing the guy this way, and he ran directly into her and knocked her down the stairs.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah,
funny.
and we both got called into her office. Except that I was in 8th grade.
You were
right?
wait, that was when you were in 8th grade?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
sorry, that is so embarrassing.
So, yeah, the head of lower school, who hadn't like had, I don't know, authority over me since 4th grade, which would have been 4 years before that, was yelling at me when I was in 8th grade, and it was like.
But she was actually like yelling at you?
She was like yelling at me, you know, she's like, "I want to expel you both," or, you know, because it's like, I think she almost, I don't know if she did go to the hospital, she might have.
But did she get hurt?
She was fine, she was fine.
Okay.
I think she got bruised, you know. And so, yeah, that was really degrading. So, yeah.
That's a good story. That's a good story. That's a good story.
when your rooster crows at the break of dawn. Look out your window and I'll be gone. You're the reason I'm traveling on. Don't think twice, it's all